Ciao a tutti and welcome at my cooking school near Lucca in Tuscany for a new free cooking class. And I'm so happy to run these cooking classes with you since I can't run in person. And so this is we have a lot of success with our videos, with our cooking classes. The last one was more than 10,000 views, and so I'm so happy for this. And it was, I think, about taralli. So this cooking class is about something Tuscan again, and I hope to meet all my friends. I see you and I look for you down through my PC because Ginevra, my daughter, has come back from the beach and so is again with us to make the player of our videos, and she can help us. And so guys, I hope to see you, and this time we'll go to make Italian steak tagliata. And tagliata is a kind of meat that is from beef for sure, but is very different from Fiorentina, that I think all the world knows. And we think it was born in Pisa, in the town where we are, I think, for more than 20 years, where I had my university, and Pisa is my second town after the land of Maremma that you know well, with the other recipes that I told you about. And we're going to make this dish that we think it was invented just in Pisa from a chef, but there is also a legend that it was necessary to cut, because tagliata, the meaning of tagliata is exactly something that is cut. And so we think also that there is a legend of a lady who would break her wrist and was really interested to eat some meat, but she couldn't, and so she won't be able to eat, and someone cut the meat for her. The lesson, the course of today, I'm sure is very interesting, and I took a piece of meat that is not so big. You know, I always use, almost always use the half part of the ingredients that I write on the post. And this time is the same, and the piece is not so big, because I want you can watch directly how it's cooking. And otherwise, if I take a big piece, it's impossible to see well the grade, and the gray proportion with the red one. That is very important to watch for cooking meat. You know I'm here for you. You know you can ask me all your questions, and I want to answer you. I can see through my PC, and if I don't see, there is Ginevra that can tell me everything, and I can tell you. So please, if you have some questions, ask me and I'll answer as I see. You know, there is some late time with the broadcast, but after I can see the question and I can answer you. And we can start. Another thing that I ask you, if you can, please share this. Maybe you have some button on your video, on your desktop. You have something to push, and you can also invite some friends, or you can share on your wall, on your page, everywhere you like, because I jump here even when the broadcast is done. So if you have some questions, be sure that I'll answer again. Okay? So we can start if you have no question.
Judy ti saluta dal Maryland.
Ciao Judy dal Maryland, grazie. Ciao Judy, I'm so happy to meet you online, and I was sure you were here because you told me. Grazie Judy. Okay. Let's go, and tell me if you are here. Let me see you, guys, because I need to see you and to greet you if you are, okay? So the first step to make the tagliata.
Virginia si dice buongiorno.
Ciao Virginia, buongiorno a te. Ciao Virginia. Make this for dinner because it is delicious.
Judy Reynolds ti saluta dal Connecticut.
Ciao Judy Reynolds.
Lindsay ti dice ciao Erika da Lindsay in Las Vegas.
Grande Lindsay, Las Vegas, yes. Lindsay is a friend. Ciao Lindsay. Hope you make this. I am sure you like it. For dinner you can make this.
Donna Rose ti saluta dal New Jersey.
Grazie donna. Ciao Donna Rose. Che bello. I'm so happy we are all together. If you need something, I'm here for you. So let's start. The first step to make a real good tagliata, in my opinion, is to prepare this balsamic vinegar reduction. This is exquisite and it's delicious. When I run cooking classes, when I have private dinners with my guests and with my hosts, I always prepare this balsamic vinegar reduction because it is an Italian one and it's very good and easy to make. The ingredients of this are balsamic vinegar and sugar. Because you have to know that while you are preparing this, you'll see that the sugar slowly caramelizes with the acid, with the syrup, and with the alcohol of the vinegar, and so it comes like a cream. So we pour, show you. We pour just a bit, not too much, and in general, the half part of sugar. 1, 2, in this case, 3. And we go on the fire, on the stove. I want to show you directly. So we have the vinegar and the half part of sugar that is regular sugar. And we wait it boils, then it slowly caramelizes. When you see that the texture, the consistency is no more so liquid, you can turn off the fire and leave there. After we use, and I'll show you how to use this. That is is like the ice on the cake. Is fantastic.
Debbie ti dice buongiorno dalla Georgia.
Ciao Debbie. Yes, we heard last time, Debbie. How are you?
E Jim Virginia ti chiede cosa c'è sotto la pentola.
Oh, I put something under the pot because otherwise the pot is smaller, and so the fire is smaller than the bottom of the pot, and I am afraid it's not so in equilibrium. I want to show you. Grazie Ginevra. Look at here. So this is boiling, and it's very easy, it's very fast, and it comes like, it's very easy to understand because when you don't see anymore, you see there is the sugar, you can see. So we have to wait. We don't see any more sugar because sugar has to be completely melted, dissolved. Look at here the foam. Now the foam is very light, so it's a strong boiling. At this point, it's very difficult, guys, yes? At this point, we can turn off. Let's go. So, stop. And we leave this apart. You can put here, so we are sure it will be cold in a fast time. At this point, we take our grill that you can use one in cast iron, but you can also use like a stone that now we can see in many shops. The only thing that you have to do with this tagliata that is really natural is not marinated. This is a choice. because we are going to make the natural way to make this. Then there will be a lot of other recipes. So we just take some extra virgin olive oil on our cast iron in this way. Then we go to put this directly on the fire. Cosa ridi? Okay. So we leave this here and we wait. It will be really hot. So we just wait. We have not a big stack, as I told you. I show you. This is the stack. So I just put 2 fingers. Maybe you can see in this way. So it's just a bit less than 3 fingers, okay? And this is small. We can use this for 1 person or for 2 people when you eat it with the first dish. This is the main course. Anyway, remember that if you use 1 slice of 300 grams, so I don't remember the American weight, but I wrote in the ingredients, you can be sure that after you can cut very easy and well. I just prepare in the plate some rucola. You know rucola. This is an Italian way to season our meat. Huh? So this is already washed. It's not seasoned. Guys, meantime, if you have some questions here, don't forget that I'm here for you. Okay. Many people that I know love rucola. That was born exactly in Italy, you know. So this is the base, will be the base of our plate. At this point, I'm sure that we have our cast iron hot, and I also want to show you these tongs. These are meat tongs that, in my opinion, are really useful because they have the tip that is in a material like plastic, but not real plastic. It's like silicone, something that is strong and it doesn't burn, but first of all, it doesn't make some stripes on your cast iron, so they protect your pot and your pan.
Lindsay ti chiede che taglio di carne è, se è lean, che credo voglia dire magro, o grasso.
Lindsay, you can use a lean cut of meat. We usually use sirloin. So this part from the cow and is between the bones. So the sirloin. But anyway, here in Tuscany we started to make in other many kind of cuts. So you can also make tagliata with other part of the meat. I show you. This is lean. There is just one part that maybe we have to cut at the end. And I don't want the pan, otherwise you can't hear me. So I try to be stronger with my voice. And while it is become cold, I want to show you the texture, okay? So it's like honey now, huh? First trick when you're cooking meat that is not marinated. There is no oil, no rosemary, nothing. So first thing, just remind to keep your meat outside of the fridge 1 hour before cooking, because in this way the meat take all the juice and it will be not shooked when you put it on the pan. So this is the first thing. About our tagliata, Don't worry about the sign of the grill, in this case, on your meat. For example, when we are going to make the steak, we see there are the stripes or the squares. In this case, it's not important because after we have to cut it. So you know, I think we just spent 1 minute and no more. One important trick to cook tagliata is the entrecote part in this case, is not touch it for a long time and for many times. So when you touch it just 3-4 times is okay maximum. At this point, that will leave just maximum 2 minutes. We turn off our meat and we wait it will cut. After we cut it, very easy. This is a really delicious dish, and I can guarantee you can trust me, when we make this during our private dinners, everyone loves this dish because it's really delicate, but at the same time it has all the flavor from Italy, from Tuscany. There is the rucola, there is the extra virgin oil, there is the balsamic vinegar reduction that you can use in many other recipes. You know the reduction that I showed you before, you can use with ice cream, you can use with your favorite salad, you can use with the caprese. The balsamic vinegar reduction you can use also with ice cream, with vanilla ice cream. It's fantastic in many dishes. So one trick to cook the meat is to wait that the part of the meat, so the half part of the meat will come gray. So not all the meat. And of course, it has to be inside the end, because this is the tagliata as it has to be.
Rachel chiede qual è il miglior vino da servire con l'accompagnamento del balsamico, cioè insomma comunque.
Oh, grazie. Thank you for the question. Now I show you, this is the last step and answer to Rachel. So now we take this, that is the foil. We take our tongue, we put here, we immediately close, and this is to preserve all the juice inside the meat. So the juice inside the meat go a bit outside, and they go to wet the external part that now is dry in the meat. And to answer to Rachel, here is a very good wine that is not old, but also not very young. So it's perfect, a Chianti. Chianti maximum 5 years. And it is a good partner with the flavor of the meat, and is a good partner with the mouth watering that meat creates in your mouth. So this is, if you want, I can tell you also the brand and the name. To keep the meat in your foil, just 1 minute, because this helps to take all the juice that there are inside, as I told you. So no problem, don't worry, you have not to put this 4 or 5 minutes, just 1 minute is okay. After you take some water, you boil the water. Then you go to to wet with the water, boiling water, a board. This just to be sure that your board where you are cutting your meat will be not cold. Okay, so it's warm, it's okay. If you touch it, it's hot. Now we take our meat. This is the knife, in my opinion, this is the best to cut this kind of meat. I used it because it's very hot, and I want to show you, if it's possible, Ginevra, you can come in this part, so you can see that I cut diagonally, like the salmon. So I go not in this sense, but diagonally. Okay. You see how is the tagliata is outside pink, inside red. Then you have to choose your favorite point of cooking, but I strongly suggest it will be red inside. As you know, each kind of cut, Tuscan cut or Italian meat cut, is very good when it's blue. I want to show you how to put this. This is the way we put this in Tuscany. You know, this is a typical Tuscan dish. So we put like the piece over a roof. It's necessary that you have a very sharp knife, guys? And the tagliata, you can cut very thin, but you can also cut 1 centimeter. It depends from your taste. In my opinion, it's very good when it's very thin. And if you take a part of the meat, for example, if you have 2 people at the table for dinner, you can, at this point, have your tagliata. The first part is more cooked and the central part is less, so you can have all the way of cooking if some people prefer to hit another kind of cooking of your meat. Because not everybody likes blood meat, okay? But this is the perfect way of cooking that we usually have in Tuscany. So I hope you can see the color. You can see, guys. I wash my hands. So it's possible, you can see it at this point. We take our grana or parmigiano. They are, if you use grana padano, the flavor will be more delicate. If you use Parmigiano Reggiano, it will be more tasty, so you can choose. At this point, we can add some salt, only at this point, over the meat. We'll add some rucola again over, just to give just a touch of color. We take a shaver same that you can use when you make truffle, for example. And tagliata is very good even with truffle. So I'm sure you can see. And now we go with our masterpiece. We go with our balsamic vinegar reduction that we have here. Are you ready? We take from here and let's go. This is delicious. You can trust me. So you see, with so easy, but fantastic. You have not to exaggerate with your reduction. Anyway, if you like, you can use more when you are at the table, when you are at your dinner.
Donna Rose dice che lei ha lagotto romagnolo dogs, ma non ha tartufi da cacciare in New Jersey.
Donna Rose, you have to come here in Tuscany. I bring you to find truffle with your lagotto romagnolo. That is also the dog of a friend of mine.
Rachel dice che sembra delizioso e non può aspettare di farlo stasera.
Rachel, I'm sure that Mike will love this, and also the other ones that I'm sure join your table. This is a fantastic kind of dish that you can eat, you saw, in a very few time. There is one thing that is difficult in making tagliata. What's the difficult step? The cooking. When you cook the meat, it's always difficult to achieve the right timing, the right kind of cooking. So you have to understand how do you like the meat, and if you want like this, just take a piece like this and just cook 2 minutes and 2 minutes for side, and look that there will be the gray part and after the gray part on the other side. Then if you use the trick of the foil, I'm pretty sure that after you cut very thin, and so I'm pretty sure it will be delicious.
Judy dice yummy, grazie.
Grazie a te, Judy. I want to show you one thing in my garden. That is the rucola.
Allora, Debbie ti dice che la sua bocca sta sbavando.
Debbie, I'm sure that you have to try, and it's delicious. If you make this tonight, Gertz, tell me, and guys, tell me, I don't know if there is Carlo to watch. Anyway, if you are here, please write me your feedback about the tagliata.
Jean Virginia dice che sembra molto buono.
Sì, Jean Virginia è buonissima.
Judy ti ringrazia per il bellissimo corso.
Grazie.
E Donna Rose dice che sembra delizioso e non può aspettare di farlo e ti ringrazia.
Sì, la tagliata is very popular, is very famous. Every restaurant has tagliata, but not all the restaurants cook it very well, and it's expensive because it's not so easy to understand all the steps. But now you know, now you can make with this class, and I'm sure you can have a very good tagliata after tell me, but I'm sure it will be successful. And that's why I tell you to share, so everybody can know the tricks and these steps to make this. I want to show you the rucola, because this is the rucola that you buy in the shops, in the veggie shops. So is what you can find in Italy when you buy rucola. But the real rucola that grow in the fields is a wild one. And I want to show you, because I have a small plant of rucola in my garden. So I'd like to show you. Come with
Donna
me.
Rose chiede se si serve con qualcosa o no.
Yes, tagliata you can eat with roasted potatoes. It's fantastic. Roasted potatoes and rosemary and garlic. If you want one time, I'll tell you the recipe about roasted potatoes. This, I don't know if Ginevra can. This is the plant. This is the flaxen, and this is the rucola. You can smell the flavor. You can smell, but it's very, very strong one. And this is the real rucola after they. I'm very happy that we made together. I'll show you another time the plate. And I hope we meet again here at my cooking school. I showed this. Thank you for watching. Thank you for this, for watching this class. Thank you for being with me. Ciao e buona serata.